This video is going to show you how to thread a Singer 201-1 and also inserting the bobbin. And we'll start with the bobbin first. Inside the bobbin case there's actually a groove on the wall this way that kind of runs downward towards the front left. So you want to take your thread on your bobbin. You see my bobbin's feeding off of this bottom edge here, putting it in that direction, and basically just finding the groove, pulling it so it's in, and give it a little test, and then closing the bobbin case. So we're ready to go with that. Now we've got our bobbin on the spool. I'm sorry, our spool on the spool pin. It's out of view, you can't see it, but there's our thread. And first we're going to run it through this hook here. This is just a guide down to your thread tensioner. Your needle should be all the way in the highest position. I only started it there so you could see that hook. Your presser foot should be left up so it disengages the tensioner. And I like to just kind of hold on and thread this way. You bring it under, you're coming around this way, and you've got a spring here and then a little hook portion. So you bring the thread through the tensioner and then up. So now your thread pops through, you're on the inside of this little hook. So you grab it, you've got your spring loading on it, pulling it back. Next you've got your take-up lever, and you're threading it through this direction. You're going right to left through the hole. Like that. And one thing you want to make sure when you pull it, sometimes if your thread's looped, it can fall back around your tensioner. You just want to make sure it's removed from that. You don't want it looped around there, only as it's threaded. Now there's three little hooks. There's one here, one just above the needle bar, and the one at the base of the needle clamp. And this one you just go front to back to lock in. This other hook's pretty obvious. You're coming from the rear forward, and then down under the needle you're going from the rear forward. You may have to lift it up a little just to get under. You have to get under your needle clamp. I like using one of these things. Not that my vision doesn't work, but it's a lot easier fun in this hole. The thread's going to go through your needle from right to left. So we're just going to put it through the little loop on this. This is the funnest part. Come on. Okay. So now we're pulling our needle through. And basically you just hold. Now we're going to bring the thread from our bobbin up through. So basically just hold your thread, rotate your balance wheel towards you, the top of it towards you. One rotation. It brings it up. There you can see the loop, the thread's coming up. Pull it through. Have both. You go under your foot. Got our cutter to remove that. And then basically you just take your fabric and have your machine plugged in. Like so. And away you sew. And that's how you thread a 201.